What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're talking about UFC 322, but the biggest action wasn't inside the octagon. A massive brawl erupted right on the floor of Madison Square Garden, and if you've been following MMA for a while, you probably won't be surprised by who was at the center of it all. Just as the main card was about to kick off, chaos broke out in the fighters section of the crowd. We are talking a huge fight, with security and even the NEP swarming the area to try and get things under control. And right in the middle of this mess was none other than Dillon Danis. For those who don't know, Danis is an MMA fighter, a former training partner of Conor McGregor. And he has a long history of being involved in these kinds of situations. This wasn't just a small scuffle, either. The fight was so big that it spilled out of the designated fighters area. People were literally sent tumbling over barricades, and the brawl even crashed into the press section where reporters were trying to cover the event. Eyewitnesses, including reporters from Express Sports who were on the scene, described a chaotic situation. Unfortunately, it seems at least one member of the Madison Square Garden security staff was injured while trying to break up the fight. It just goes to show how quickly things can escalate and get out of hand. Now, if this sounds familiar, it's because this is classic Dillon Danis. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Remember the infamous UFC 229 in October 2018? After Khabib Nurmagomedov submitted Conor McGregor, he famously leaped over the cage. Who was he going after? Dillon Danis. Danis was in McGregor's corner that night and had apparently been taunting Khabib throughout the entire fight. That post-fight confrontation turned into one of the most chaotic brawls in UFC history. But wait, there's more. Fast forward to UFC 268 in November 2021. Also at Madison Square Garden. Danis was kicked out of the arena after getting into another altercation. This time with Ali Abdelaziz, who is Khabib's longtime manager. Abdelaziz was seen slapping Danis during that incident. It seems like wherever Danis goes, drama is sure to follow. So, what sparked this latest brawl at UFC 322? As of right now, the exact trigger is still unclear. We don't know what was said or what action started the whole thing. It's also a bit of a mystery why Danis was even there. But when you look at the main event, you can start to connect some dots. The headliner for UFC 322 was a welterweight title fight between champion Jack Della Maddalena and the former lightweight champ, Islam Makhachev. Now, here is the interesting part. Islam Makhachev is a prodigy of Khabib Nurmagomedov and is also managed by Ali Abdelaziz. You see the connections? Danis has a history with both Khabib's camp and Abdelaziz. It's entirely possible his presence alone was enough to stir up old rivalries and tensions. The fact that this all went down just moments before the main card broadcast began is just wild. Imagine the scene. The lights are dimming. The energy is building for the pay-per-view. And suddenly, all attention shifts to a massive fight breaking out among the athletes and their teams in the crowd. It's the kind of drama the UFC probably doesn't want, but it definitely gets people talking. This incident once again puts Dillon Danis in the spotlight, not for his fighting skills inside the cage, but for his antics outside of it. He's built a reputation as a master agitator, And whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that he knows how to make headlines. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story as more details emerge. What do you think started the fight? And what should the consequences be for those involved? Drop your theories and thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. That's all for this update. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to stay on top of all the latest news in the world of combat sports, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. We'll see you in the next video.